Hello, this is Tanin Auto Electronics. Today we're working on a 2004 Lexus LS430. This problem affects 2001 through 2006. There is a split at 2003 because it uses a different assembly. So this is a 2004, 5, 6. Now you'll see the buttons are non-responsive on this nav unit. It says check the system here. Sometimes this will say external system not connected. And then here you see it just started working now out of the blue. But we still, I'll see now the nav is working now. So you'll see it didn't work at first, and then it just decided to work. This is a very common issue with these vehicles, and I'll just go through this again. So sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. So we'll show you how to take this unit out and get it sent in for repair, which isn't all that difficult. So I'm going to kind of go backwards here. You'll see this unit is not connected to the vents on top, which it usually is. But there are two plugs in back. Those just get unplugged. And then to get this out, initially, you'll see there's two brackets, one here, one here. Those are accessible by popping these button assemblies out of the dash. And then you can stick a 8mm, I believe is the size. Could be 10. You're going to need an 8mm, 10mm flathead and a Phillips for taking this thing out of here. So both sides, there's screws that come out there. And then before you can get all this out, you have to pop this out. Again, this is just press fit. So this pretty much pops out of the console, and then you can swing it out of the way. You can unplug it, obviously, if you want. Not really necessary. And then once that's out, the switch pod pops out. There's no screws. It's just kind of press fit in there. And then after that, there's a couple, you'll see a screw hole here, there's one in the middle, and then one on the right side over there. And then once those three screws are out, these two upper tabs just pop out of the console. Again, you can see a little push pin thing here. So that pops out. Then there's a couple more screws, one here, one here. And once that's out, your radio assembly is going to pop out of there. You'll see the tab up top here. So this pops out. Again, you can set it to the side, you can unplug it, whatever you want to do. For the sake of the video here, we're just leaving everything plugged in so you can see where everything goes. Alright, so with the radio out then, the final assembly is here. And like I mentioned before, it's press fit into the bottom, and then the several screws on top. So let me get the new one in here, and I'll be right back. Alright, so the new unit is installed, the repaired unit, and you'll see right away all the buttons work, everything is very responsive. There's no delay in anything. That's just how it should work. So here you'll see the two little, the press fitting, or whatever you want to call them, and then the bolt holes on top. So this just slides right on in, and it's that easy. And you'll see right there the screw holes that you screw it to the dash back in. Once you do that, these switches pop back in. There's no bolts for this top assembly. It's just pressed in above. Don't forget to plug in this blue plug. It goes kind of underneath here. It's for the auto moving vents, the little motors that move these back and forth. So don't forget that. This black plug is for the hazard switch. And then once that's done, the installation is just reverse. The radio goes in first, and then this assembly, and then the button pod, and then the, whatever you want to call that. And then finally there's this trim piece that goes over the shifter assembly on top of here once it's all done. So that's it. You'll enjoy a working nav unit again. Sometimes there's an issue with the drive in the trunk, the nav drive in the trunk. Other times it's an issue with this assembly here. There's no real way to tell with TechStream or any kind of scanning software because it doesn't communicate with this. You have to do some trial and error and kind of figure it out and go from there. So, if you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, hopefully you'll come to us for service. Thanks for watching.